What do Ben Roethlisberger, Joe Flacco, and one surprising rookie all have in common? It's something only 6 quarterbacks in NFL history have ever done.
But keeps it alive and finds Mitchell. Improvisation.
And it might just change the way we view rookie QBs forever. The NFL has seen its fair share of legendary quarterbacks, but very few have managed to defy the odds right out of the gate. Leading a team deep into the playoffs as a rookie isn't just rare, it's nearly unheard of. Yet 6 quarterbacks have done just that.
He's got one-on-one with McLaurin. Instead, zips it over the middle for a Zach Ertz touchdown.
Reaching a conference championship game in their very first season. And in 2024, another name was added to this exclusive list. But before we get to him, let's take a trip back through history and revisit the rookies who pulled off this incredible feat. Starting with one that most NFL fans may not even remember. Starting at our first quarterback, Shaun King. Drafted in the second round as the 50th overall pick by the Buccaneers, Shaun King was not initially viewed as a player who would make an immediate start. He was the third-string quarterback, sitting behind Trent Dilfer and Eric Zier. However, injuries to both quarterbacks pushed King into the starting role late in the 1999 season. King's debut was during a crucial phase of the Buccaneers campaign when postseason aspirations were at stake, adding immense pressure to his role as a freshman quarterback. King first saw significant action in Week 13 against the Minnesota Vikings. When Eric Zier was unable to perform effectively, King stepped in and delivered a competent performance, calmly guiding the offense and demonstrating confidence. In that game, he completed 11 of 19 passes for 93 yards. Though those statistics appeared modest, his poise and control laid the groundwork for what was about to come. The following week, King earned his first start against the division rival Atlanta Falcons. The rookie quarterback displayed his capability, throwing for 178 yards and 2 touchdowns. His ability to roll out of the pocket and make critical throws to receivers, including a touchdown pass to tight end Dave Moore, proved pivotal in the Buccaneers' 19-10 victory. This game injected new energy into the squad and established King as a leader under center. One of King's standout performances came in a pivotal Week 16 contest against the Green Bay Packers. Battling both a tough Packers defense and frigid conditions at Lambeau Field, King led with remarkable poise. His ability to extend plays with his legs and a knack for finding open receivers allowed Tampa Bay to clinch a close 29-10 victory. King took charge in the season finale versus Chicago. With playoff implications on the line, the young quarterback racked up 141 passing yards and a key touchdown. That win secured the Buccaneers' playoff berth and added credibility to King's ever-growing role as the team's anchor in high-pressure games. In the NFC Divisional Playoff round, the Buccaneers squared off against the Washington Redskins. Despite the stakes, King was efficient, throwing for 157 yards and managing the ball well. His most critical contribution was leading a second-half comeback, including a game-tying touchdown pass to John Davis. Ultimately, Tampa Bay eked out a win with a 14-13 victory. The end of King's rookie season arrived in the NFC Championship game against the extremely formidable St. Louis Rams, a team that would go on to win the Super Bowl that year. King faced the greatest show on turf, and while he performed poorly, throwing 2 interceptions and taking 5 sacks, the Bucs were in it until the very end when Kurt Warner connected with Ricky Proehl late in the fourth quarter to send them to the Super Bowl. King's rookie season was the highlight of his NFL career, and he was certainly propped up by a phenomenal defense that included an incredible 4 Hall of Famers. He would go 10-6 for Tampa in 2000, but his relatively poor output kept him from being a starter in his 4 subsequent seasons in the league. Despite this, King still remains in select company of being one of just 6 rookie QBs to ever reach a championship game. While King's rookie run may have been overshadowed by Tampa Bay's elite defense, another quarterback would step into the spotlight a few years later. Not just as a game manager, but as the undeniable future of a franchise. That man? Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger, selected by the Pittsburgh Steelers as the 11th overall pick in the 2004 NFL Draft, embarked on a remarkable journey during his rookie season. With a combination of natural talent, resilience, and fortuitous circumstances, he quickly transformed from a promising rookie into the team's starting quarterback, marking the inception of an illustrious career. Initially, Roethlisberger was not slated to be the starting quarterback. The Steelers had an established veteran, Tommy Maddox, who began the season as the starter. However, fortunes shifted dramatically in Week 2 when Maddox sustained an injury during a game against the Baltimore Ravens. Roethlisberger's first game as a starter came in Week 3 against the Miami Dolphins. Albeit a shaky initiation, he displayed flashes of brilliance, completing 62.5% of his passes for 188 yards and a crucial touchdown. The Steelers won the game, but it was the weeks that followed that solidified his position with the team and transformed the dynamics of the franchise. Unsurprisingly for a rookie quarterback, consistency was a challenge, yet Roethlisberger demonstrated an uncanny ability to handle adversity. During the season, he led the Steelers to an impressive 13-3 record, displaying a poise that belied his youth. One of his standout moments occurred during Week 6 when he orchestrated a comeback against the Cincinnati Bengals. Trailing by 14 points at halftime, Roethlisberger threw 3 touchdown passes in the second half, culminating in a 38-31 victory. It was a performance that not only showcased his talent, but also endeared him to the passionate Steelers fan base. He became the first rookie quarterback in NFL history to win his first 13 consecutive games as a starter, an unprecedented feat that highlighted his growing influence on the team. Furthermore, his impressive passer rating and commendable touchdown-to-interception ratio, finishing the season with 17 touchdowns against only 11 interceptions, reinforced the prospects of his long-term potential in the league. Roethlisberger's playoff performance that season was a significant development for a franchise that had been striving for Super Bowl glory. Entering the postseason, the Steelers were positioned as formidable contenders. In the AFC divisional round against the New York Jets, Roethlisberger withstood fierce pressure, completing 17 of 30 passes for 226 yards and 2 touchdowns. Despite a few turnovers, his ability to lead the team under pressure was noteworthy, culminating in a 20-17 victory that propelled the Steelers deeper into the playoffs. However, the playoff journey came to a dramatic conclusion in the AFC Championship game against the dynastic New England Patriots. Despite a valiant effort from Roethlisberger, where he threw for 226 yards and 2 touchdowns, the Steelers fell to the Patriots 41-27. Following this promising rookie season, Roethlisberger's evolution continued in the 2005 season. He displayed marked improvement, particularly in decision-making, and secured his position as the full-time starter. The Steelers advanced to the playoffs again, and Roethlisberger was instrumental in their Super Bowl run, ultimately leading the team to victory in Super Bowl 40 against the Seattle Seahawks. Roethlisberger set the standard for rookie quarterbacks in the modern era, but he wouldn't be the last to make a deep playoff run. Just a few years later, a small school prospect from Delaware took the league by storm and led his team on a Cinderella playoff run of his own. Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco, the young quarterback from Delaware, stepped onto the NFL stage in 2008 as a first-round pick by the Baltimore Ravens. Tasked with leading a team that had struggled the previous season to a 5-11 record, Flacco's rookie campaign proved not only to be a turnaround for the Ravens, but also a defining start to an illustrious, if not elite, career. In his first year, Flacco showcased poise, resilience, and skill under pressure, solidifying his place as one of the league's rising stars. Flacco's debut came in Week 1 against the Cincinnati Bengals. In that game, he demonstrated a surprising dual-threat ability by rushing for a 38-yard touchdown while also managing the passing game efficiently. Although his numbers in the early stages of the season were not eye-popping, what stood out was his ability to avoid costly mistakes and manage the offense effectively. Over the first 6 games, he threw just 1 touchdown, but more importantly, limited interceptions, showing a maturity beyond his years. By Week 9, Flacco truly began to find his rhythm. In a decisive 37-27 victory over the Cleveland Browns, he threw for 248 yards and 2 touchdowns, marking one of his early breakout performances. This game acted as a turning point, as Flacco seemed to gain confidence and the playbook opened up significantly. Flacco finished his rookie regular season with 2,971 passing yards, 14 touchdown passes, and 12 interceptions. He completed 60% of his passes, a respectable rate for a first-year player. Beyond the raw statistics, his ability to command the huddle and lead a team that was heavily reliant on defense in the running game was remarkable. Flacco became the first rookie quarterback in NFL history to start all 16 games and lead his team to the playoffs after winning at least 11 games in the regular season. The 2008 playoffs were where Flacco truly made his mark. In the wildcard round, the Ravens faced the Miami Dolphins, and Flacco played a clean game, avoiding turnovers and throwing a crucial touchdown pass to help secure a 27-9 victory. This made him the first rookie quarterback in NFL history to win a postseason game on the road. In the divisional round, Flacco's Ravens traveled to Tennessee to face the top-seeded Titans. Facing one of the league's elite defenses, Flacco once again displayed unshakable composure. While his numbers were modest, just 161 passing yards, he delivered when it mattered most. A 48-yard strike to Derek Mason and a late-game drive set up the game-winning field goal in a 13-10 upset victory. The Ravens' playoff run ended in the AFC Championship game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Flacco finished the contest with 17 completions on 30 attempts for 141 yards and a touchdown, albeit with 2 critical interceptions that would prove costly. Nevertheless, Flacco's performance in his rookie year's postseason was unparalleled. He became the first rookie quarterback to win 2 playoff games on the road, cementing his status as a player built for the big moments. Flacco's playoff success as a rookie was historic, but it wasn't long before another young quarterback stepped up to make his own improbable run. Enter Mark Sanchez, the charismatic gunslinger who helped revive the New York Jets. Mark Sanchez joined the NFL in 2009 as the 5th overall pick in the draft, selected by the New York Jets. Sanchez found himself in the spotlight as he was tasked with leading a talented but developing team. As with many rookie quarterbacks, the early part of Sanchez's inaugural season was a mix of ups and downs. Under head coach Rex Ryan, Sanchez inherited a dynamic defense and a potent running game led by Thomas Jones. The Jets adopted a balanced strategy to allow Sanchez to grow into his role while minimizing mistakes. Sanchez started the season strong, guiding the Jets to 3 consecutive wins, including a statement victory against the New England Patriots in Week 2. In this game, Sanchez demonstrated poise and confidence, completing critical third-down passes and finishing with 163 yards passing and a touchdown. However, mid-season challenges tested the young QB's resolve. A 5-game losing streak revealed Sanchez's struggles with consistency and decision-making. Turnovers became a frequent problem as he threw 20 interceptions during the regular season. One of Sanchez's most memorable performances came in Week 12 against the Carolina Panthers. Despite mounting pressure from critics, he responded with an efficient game, throwing for a touchdown and 0 interceptions in a much-needed victory. This marked a turning point, and in Week 16 in a must-win game against the unbeaten Indianapolis Colts. While Sanchez's role was limited due to the team's run-heavy game plan, he executed the offense efficiently and avoided critical errors. The Jets handed the Colts their first loss of the season, securing a playoff spot in the process. It was in the playoffs where Sanchez truly shined and earned his nickname the Sanchez. In a wildcard round against the Cincinnati Bengals, he played a nearly flawless game, completing 80% of his passes for 182 yards and a touchdown. His ability to stay composed under postseason pressure was crucial to the Jets' 24-14 victory. Sanchez's momentum carried into the divisional round against the San Diego Chargers. Facing a heavily favored San Diego team with a top-5 offense, he delivered when it mattered most, throwing a clutch 2-yard touchdown pass to tight end Dustin Keller. This play would become emblematic of Sanchez's ability to rise to the occasion. The Jets stunned the Chargers 17-14, advancing to the AFC Championship game. The Jets' magical run ended with a hard-fought loss to the Indianapolis Colts in the AFC Championship game against league MVP Peyton Manning. Sanchez's performance was nonetheless commendable. He threw for 2 touchdowns and avoided any turnovers, demonstrating remarkable growth from the turnover-prone quarterback of the regular season. Though the Jets ultimately fell short, the game highlighted Sanchez's potential and resilience as a competitor. Though his statistics, 2,444 passing yards, 12 touchdowns, and 20 interceptions, may not jump off the page, Sanchez would lead his team to an 11-5 record the following season and another trip to the conference championship. Sanchez may have taken the Jets to back-to-back AFC championship games, but over a decade later, an even more unlikely name would shake up the NFL. Not a first-round pick, not even a mid-round pick, but the final selection of the entire draft. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, was about to prove he was anything but. Brock Purdy's entry into the NFL and his rookie season was nothing short of remarkable. As the final pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, not much was expected from Mr. Irrelevant. Yet Purdy proved that even those who are overlooked can rise to prominence when talent, preparation, and opportunity align. Purdy began his rookie season with the San Francisco 49ers as the team's third-string quarterback. With veteran Jimmy Garoppolo and newly drafted Trey Lance ahead of him on the depth chart, Purdy's chances of seeing meaningful playing time seemed slim. However, the chaotic nature of an NFL season gave him an unexpected shot. Trey Lance suffered a season-ending ankle injury in Week 2, thrusting Garoppolo back into the starting role. Garoppolo played admirably, keeping the 49ers competitive and in playoff contention. Unfortunately, in Week 13 against the Miami Dolphins, Garoppolo sustained a foot injury that ruled him out for the season. With their top two quarterbacks sidelined, the 49ers turned to Purdy, their rookie. Purdy's first game came in relief against the Dolphins, and he immediately showed poise under pressure. The 49ers won, and Purdy was named the starter moving forward after showing instant rapport with his wideouts and having 210 yards and 2 touchdowns. Purdy made his first career start against Tom Brady and Tampa in Week 14, a daunting challenge for any quarterback. He delivered a performance far beyond expectations, throwing for over 180 yards and 2 touchdowns while adding a rushing score and a 134.0 passer rating. The 49ers dismantled the Buccaneers in a 35-7 victory, with Purdy earning praise for his calm demeanor and decision-making. Purdy led the 49ers to another convincing victory in Week 16 against Washington, adding 2 more touchdown passes. In fact, he threw at least 2 touchdowns in each of his regular season starts that year. In the regular season finale against Arizona, Purdy capped off a stellar stretch by leading the 49ers to their 10th consecutive victory. He showcased chemistry with star tight end George Kittle and dynamic playmaker Deebo Samuel while exuding confidence and maturity, posting 3 passing touchdowns and a near-perfect passer rating. As the playoffs began, skepticism remained about how Purdy would handle the pressure of postseason football. Facing top-tier defenses and high expectations, Purdy thrived. In the wildcard round versus Seattle, Purdy threw for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, guiding the 49ers to a dominant 41-23 victory. He showcased his mobility, escaping pressure and extending plays while displaying excellent deep ball accuracy. In the divisional round against Dallas, Purdy made critical throws in key moments to help the 49ers secure a 19-12 win. While he didn't throw a touchdown pass, his ability to manage the game without committing turnovers was vital in the low-scoring affair against a swarming defense. Unfortunately, Purdy's fairy tale season ended prematurely when he suffered an elbow injury early in the conference championship game. The 49ers struggled offensively, with Purdy unable to throw, and they fell to the Eagles. Despite the loss, his efforts throughout the season left a lasting impression on the team and the league. After recovering from his elbow injury, Purdy entered the 2023 season as the presumed starter for the 49ers. The organization traded Lance to the Dallas Cowboys, signaling their confidence in Purdy as the franchise's quarterback moving forward. Purdy's meteoric rise defied every expectation, but in 2024, a new rookie quarterback entered the league. Not as an overlooked underdog, but as a highly touted top 3 draft pick. And unlike others before him, he didn't just thrive, he rewrote the record books. Jayden Daniels was about to take the NFL by storm. Jayden Daniels' rookie season as the quarterback for the Washington Commanders was nothing short of extraordinary. The season saw the young signal caller not only exceed expectations, but become the face of a football renaissance in Washington. From thrilling comebacks to record-breaking performances, Daniel displayed poise and skill rare for a rookie quarterback. After being selected with the 3rd overall pick of the NFL draft, he entered the season with fans and analysts alike eager to see what he could bring to the table. The preseason offered flashes of brilliance, precise passing, exceptional pocket awareness, and impressive athleticism. Though he started the season as part of a young and untested Commanders roster, Daniels quickly demonstrated he could handle the pressure. In his first regular season game, Daniels threw for 184 yards in a narrow victory over Tampa, but he ran for 88 yards and 2 touchdowns. It was a strong start that showcased both his composure and his ability to elevate the players around him. Fans began to speculate whether he could be the long-term answer at quarterback the franchise had been seeking for years. Daniels had his team at 5-2 when he faced off against the Bears in Week 8, where he showed off a flair for the dramatic. Facing a 4-point deficit with just seconds to go against the Bears, he launched a 52-yard Hail Mary pass that landed in the arms of Noah Brown and secured his place in the hearts of Commanders fans who had been seeking a winning QB for seemingly decades. The rookie finished the regular season with numbers that would be impressive for any quarterback, let alone a first-year player. Daniels threw for over 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns while completing 69% of his passes. He finished the season with the most rushing yards, highest points per game, and highest completion percentage ever by a rookie. Beyond the raw numbers, Daniels' ability to take care of the football set him apart from his peers. With only 8 interceptions across 17 games, his ball security was another reason the Commanders' offense thrived. Under his leadership, the team finished with an 11-6 record, their best in years, clinching a playoff berth. The postseason is where Daniels solidified his legacy as one of the NFL's brightest young stars. In the wildcard round, he posted a near-perfect performance, tossing 3 touchdown passes and rushing for another score. The Commanders dominated the Bucs, advancing easily to the next round. The divisional round presented a tougher challenge as they faced off against a formidable Lions team with an elite offense and unrelenting pass rush. Despite being pressured on nearly half of his dropbacks, Daniels maintained his composure, throwing for 299 yards and adding 52 on the ground. His ability to remain calm and deliver under pressure earned him the respect of seasoned veterans across the league. Although the Commanders ultimately fell short in the conference championship game, Daniels' performance was nothing less than heroic. Facing division rival Philly and one of the league's top offenses, he accounted for over 300 total yards and 2 touchdowns. In the end, Washington's defense couldn't keep them in the game, and the historic season came to an end. Daniels had taken a team that was largely overlooked in preseason predictions and turned them into legitimate contenders. His rookie season not only rejuvenated a struggling fan base, but also redefined the potential of the Washington Commanders. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to check out more.